Gunpowder wrapped in plastic, .22 caliber ammunition, and other contraband have been seized here at Western Penitentiary. I'm Adam Lynch. I'll have a report.
American Marines once again find themselves the target of terrorism.
And we get to see and hear from more of the hostages in Beirut.
Good evening. I'm Paul Long.
And I'm Don Cannon. Action News at 11 is coming up next.
Last weekend, Charlie went fishing with his buddies again. Oh, that's okay. It's good for him. The problem was he forgot to leave me any money. What was I supposed to do? The banks were closed. It was the weekend. Well, first thing Monday morning, I made sure it would never happen to me again. I got a MAC card. And I made Charlie clean his own fish. Every last one.
Use a MAC card and do your banking anytime you want.
For more than 80 years, they stood by this seal, committed to quality. It's the Oldsmobile ideal. They proudly display it in towns like yours and mine. Look for your Oldsmobile dealer where you see this sign.
Who are Oldsmobile dealers? Well, they're your neighbor. And buy. They're active in the community and share the same concerns as you and me. You'll find them on the school board or helping raise community funds. They're involved, as committed to the community as to their business. They're your Oldsmobile dealers, working with you any way they can. Look for your Oldsmobile dealer who proudly displays this sign.
From Channel 4, WTAE TV in Pittsburgh. This is Action News.
Good evening. Well, it was a scene of turmoil and confusion. 5 American hostages were herded into a building at Beirut International Airport. Don?
Oh, it was a news conference, a bizarre one at that. On one side, gun-toting Shiite terrorists. On the other, hundreds of reporters and cameramen. And in the middle, 5 of the 40 Americans still held hostage.
This was day 7 of the hijacking, and Shiite leader Nabi Berri made good on a promise to present some of the hostages to reporters. They were brought to a room at Beirut Airport, but reporters created such turmoil, the press conference had to be interrupted. Once order was restored, hostage Alan Conwell of Houston, Texas, serving as spokesman, read a statement urging a quick resolution to the ordeal.
In our minds, and to a man, we condemn hijacking or terrorism of any sort or nature, irregardless of the perpetrator or the circumstances. But we do sincerely pray that the governments involved in this problem can put aside fear, anger, and insult in the process of rectifying the wrongs committed to date.
Several other hostages had personal messages for loved ones back home.
I miss my wife very much. I want to go home. I give my love to my family and my friends. I am healthy. I'm being taken care of, but I want to go home very bad.
I'd like to address my comments to my children, Nina, Roxanne, and Paul. Tell them that I am in good shape. They need not be concerned. I have every confidence that it'll only be a short while before we're back in each other's arms.
The hijackers say they won't free the hostages until some 700 Shiites are released by Israel. And Israel says it won't release the prisoners without a specific request from the United States. There is still no indication that the Reagan administration will make such a request, but the hostages issued a plea of their own.
We simply say, if any country is holding people illegally, be it Lebanon here, or be it Israel there, or be it America across the seas, let's let innocent and free peoples go home.
Meanwhile, the one man killed in the hostage crisis on TWA Flight 847 was buried in Arlington National Cemetery today. Robert Steeton, a Navy diver, was given the burial of a military hero. His commanding officer said Steeton's unbroken spirit will remain and be remembered for all the years to come. Steeton was bound, gagged, beaten, and finally shot. His body was unceremoniously dumped on the tarmac at Beirut airport. He had been assigned to a routine job in Athens and was on his way home when he was murdered.
And terrorism has claimed more American lives than another part of the world. In El Salvador last night, 6 Americans, 4 of them U.S. Marines, were gunned down in a cafe when at least 10 men opened fire. The Marines were not in uniform, but the killers knew they were Marines and trained their guns on them first. As the parents of one victim told us tonight, their son was aware of the dangers of being stationed in El Salvador.
On your embassy duty, your first tour is supposedly good safe ones. In your second tour, they give them, like, I can't even think of the places that go in. San Salvador is one of them. And he said, well, he volunteered for it. He'd go down there. And he said he'd take care of himself.
Officials tonight say no one has claimed responsibility yet for the attack on Sergeant Handwork and the others.
When we come back, a possible mass murder in Ohio and a search at Western Penn turns up convict contraband. Stay with us. Have you seen this child? Megan Genovitz disappeared April 30th, 1980. She is now 9 years old. Call this toll-free number if you have information about this child.
Now there's a beer with a taste that'll turn you around. New Icy Golden Lager, brewed a little at a time using the finest two-row barley and imported Bavarian hops. Icy Golden Lager, krausen slowly the old world way to bring out a rich, smooth, golden taste. Next time, make it golden. New Icy Golden Lager for a golden taste above the rest. A taste that'll turn you around.
It's Wick's Sleeper Spectacular, with beautiful sleepers on sale. Many at savings of 10 to 33%. Save $200 on this classic style sleeper. Or save $300 on this contemporary style. Both open to queen-size beds with innerspring mattress. Your choice, only $399.88. In Wick's money-saving Sleeper Spectacular. Unexpected quality, spectacular savings.
Wick's, surprisingly Wick's.
Today's car engines work harder than ever. For the protection you need, look to the quality motor oils from Exxon. Protection against intense engine heat. Protection against punishing cold. Protection against grinding friction. For the protection that's just right for your car, look to the quality motor oils from Exxon. Quality you can count on.
Arby's introduces a better burger. Better because Arby's uses better quality beef, 100% USDA ground chuck. Better quality beef, char-broiled to perfection. A whole quarter-pound thick, served on Arby's special poppy seed roll. No one else gives you a better burger.
It's up to you. It's your choice.
For a better burger,
You're right. Where you belong.
make Arby's your choice burger.
Well, Don, something is amiss at Western Penitentiary tonight.
To say the least, guards today confiscated at the state prison several items the inmates obviously were not supposed to have. Things like bullets and gunpowder. The question tonight is, what was the stuff doing there? Adam Lynch is standing by live at the penitentiary with a possible answer. Adam?
Don, we can't say for absolute certain that a planned prison break was what was going on here at Western Penitentiary, but the evidence, including the nature of the material that was taken in the industrial workshop area here at the jail, seems to indicate that that is exactly what was being planned. Now, Ken Robinson from the Bureau of Corrections called it a minor breach of security, but we asked Robinson exactly what was found.
We had a report from Superintendent Petsock yesterday that they discovered a small quantity of what is suspected to be gunpowder, half a dozen 22 caliber shells, some pieces of scrap metal that we suspect came from the metal production shop, and a couple of pieces of pipe.
Given the history of this place, it's almost impossible to call any breach of security a minor one. After all, Louis Coviello and Richard Henkel in the spring of '83 only smuggled in 2 little items, 2 small .22 pistols. Anytime gunpowder, .22 shells, pipe, and scrap metal are found in the cells, the obvious conclusion has to be that someone was going to build 1 or more firearms. A short while ago, I talked with Charles Simpson of the Jail Guards Union.
On the 13th of this month, we were informed at roll call that there had been rumors that there might be a possible escape attempt in the works here at the penitentiary.
And then?
We were told to keep our eyes open and, be on the lookout for, things that could be involved in a possible escape.
Simpson made it clear that he was speaking only from the standpoint of a spokesman for the Guards Union, but he called for increased security, metal detectors down in the shop, more officers or a smaller inmate population, one or the other, more guards around the new construction area. He asked that the permission be granted to the guards to carry blackjacks. They, as you perhaps know, are not even allowed at this point to carry guns. 5 of the inmates at this hour tonight are in special lockup, and the investigation into the whole thing continues. I'm Adam Lynch down at Western Penitentiary, and now back to you, Paul.
Okay, Adam, thank you. Louise James, the mother of one of the MOVE victims in Philadelphia, killed in the May 13th bombing of the MOVE headquarters, which she owned, has filed suit against the city of Philadelphia, some of its officials, and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The suit also names the DuPont Company, makers of a material used in the explosive device dropped on the building. The lawsuit claims that her son's civil rights were violated. The claim was filed today in federal court. Well, there may be another mass murder, mass grave situation in the country tonight, this time in Toledo, Ohio. Using bulldozers and shovels, and at times their bare hands, sheriff's deputies are searching for the remains of as many as 75 people who disappeared and perhaps were victims of a satanic cult. Officials say that cult met in this area, and the whole case began when one of the cult members told police that she was a witness to several ritual killings. So far, no hard evidence.
3-year-old Brian Dunbar was buried today. Brian is the St. Clair Village youngster whose body was discovered brutally beaten on Monday of this week. He was last seen in the custody of his mother's boyfriend last week, Kent Jones, who was arrested on murder charges shortly after Brian's body was found. A fire that claimed the lives of 4 members of the same family this time last night was probably caused by a bolt of lightning. The 4 brothers and sisters, ranging in age from 50 to 68 years old, were killed when flames swept through their home in Greene County. The fire marshal had been at the scene. He said it was destroyed, the 2-story home, but it appears that Mother Nature was responsible. The man responsible for setting a series of fires on the south side will spend the next 5 to 50 years in jail. David Benedict was convicted in February on 5 counts of arson and 2 counts of risking catastrophe. Judge Robert Dower handed down Benedict's sentence today.
And the absolute worst golfer you've ever seen is next. Stay with us.
The shape of things to come has come. The Audi 5000S, sedan, wagon, turbo.
For attractive Audi 5000 ES lease terms, see your nearest Audi dealer.
It's the Meadows Anniversary Weekend with special selected prices from the 60s on Friday and Sunday nights. Saturday night, you can win a classy 1960s car. We'll give away Oldsmobile and Falcon convertibles and a 66 T-Bird. Anniversary Weekend and a 3-car giveaway Saturday night. Be there!
Trifecta, superfecta, win, play, show.
Now, at Prezont Carpet Warehouse, we've got an offer that'll blow you away. Because when you buy your carpet now, you'll make no payment for 6 months. It's Prezont Carpet's Buy Now, Pay later carpet sale.
Incredible!
Save on the best carpet names: Ansel, Ultron, Antron, and more. Plus, with every installed carpet package you buy, you'll make no payment for 6 months.
No one can beat it!
It's Prezant Carpet Warehouse's Buy Now, Pay Later carpet sale. A sale so great, it'll blow you away.
For an extraterrestrial, Kitty is from another world.
How does an Ontarian express affection?
Can you show us?
Right.
For an Earthling, Jack's from another planet.
Well, I hope you're not going to take your skin off, because I really like skin on a woman.
Now, from the producers of Jaws and the director of Splash, comes a fantasy to fill your heart. Cocoon, rated PG-13.
Starts tomorrow at a theater near you.
Well, Pittsburgh is now #1 in the nation in computer technology research. That according to Congressman Doug Walgren. Walgren announced today that the National Science Foundation's 5th supercomputer center will be built here and operated by Carnegie Mellon University, the University of Pittsburgh, and Westinghouse. The supercomputer will mean millions of dollars to the Pittsburgh economy over the next couple of years and should greatly enhance our growing image as a high-tech industrial area. In sports, lots of things. The Pirates pulled one out tonight, make it 3 out of 4.
Yep.
And you're going to show us the world's worst golfer. Don't mention my name.
This man did not do a lot for our esteem as a golfing community.
City of Champions, we're not there.
Yeah, but we'll get to the Pirates first. You wonder if even Chuck Tanner was optimistic enough to think that the Pirates could go into Montreal to play the first-place team in the division and win 3 out of 4, but that's what they did, and there's the proof in writing. Pirates beat Montreal 2-1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That's an error right here by Johnny LeMaster that allows Vance Law to score from second and make it 1-0. Then, 5th inning. Man on third, Marvell Wynn. That's Tim Raines in left field on a ball he should have caught. Allowed Wynn to score. Lascano was the man who hit it. And then Rick Rhoden, the pitcher, who eventually won the game, a double. That will score Lascano, who shouldn't have been on in the first place. The Pirates get the win. Now watch this. Tim Raines has not been thrown out yet this year until right here. He's been picked off but never thrown out trying to steal second, and that is not a bad throw there by Tony Pena. Pirates win 1-2-1. They play the Phillies next. Phillies are behind the Cardinals 4-0 in the 4th inning. And Chicago lost its 9th in a row. New York beat them 5-3. San Francisco lost to San Diego 6-5, and Phil Garner's home run beat Atlanta 2-0. American League, Toronto 6 and Boston 5. California beat Cleveland 4-0. New York and Detroit 9-9 in the 9th. Pretty good game there. Minnesota behind Kansas City 8-5 in the 6th. Oakland beat Chicago 12-1, and Seattle and Texas in the 6th inning. Seattle leading by 4, and then there's the worst golfer in America, Angelo Spagnola. He played in the Golf Digest Worst Avid Golfer in America match yesterday at the Tournament Players Club in Florida, along with 3 other finalists. Now, all these golfers had registered handicaps. Angelo had 49 strokes more than the next worst when it was all over. When we left you at 6 o'clock, Angelo was heading for number 17, and I want you to keep in mind, before you hear this comment from Ange, that after 16, he was 104 over par.
I thought I was handling the course fairly well through 16 holes, and I don't know, I just came totally unglued on number 17.
That's it. Number 17 at the Tournament Players Club in Ponte Verde, Florida. Ever since Golf Digest came up with the idea to hold the match here, number 17 has been waiting. Ange was in 3rd place when he teed it up here, and you knew where the first one was going. Then it was on to the drop area, where Ange had to watch as his playing partner, Joel Mosser, hit 8 or 10 in the water before he finally got it on the green.
That's it. That's the one.
Now watch Ange from the drop area. No. Over to the left there. Yeah, a cameraman from Japan almost died on a foreign shore on that one. And it was on this shore where Angelo Spagnola attained golf immortality. It's hard to imagine anyone ever doing this again. finally, Ange gave up and he took out his putter. Now, there's some pretty good shots here. Down the beach, and finally up the path to the green, and finally on the green. And when Ange finally tapped it in, it was a 66. And Angelo Spagnola erased all doubt about whom was the worst avid golfer in America. Can there be any doubt? By the way, he rallied for a 22 on 18.
Hey, a comeback.
Which wasn't bad, which is 44 strokes less than it took him on the hole before. And I got a volunteer, Sean Parise, the pro at Rolling Hills, whom you know very well, has volunteered to help Ange out, and that will be next. We are not finished with Ange Spagnola.
Not even sure Sean is that good.
We will see if he can be helped.
Okay, Joe checks the weather right through the weekend when we come right back.
Terry Bradshaw, Mark Malone, what's going on?
He thought he could pay for dinner with a football card. An 85 Mark Malone. What?
You should have used the new Pittsburgh National Mac Visa card.
A Mac Visa card?
Sure, you can use it to get cash in a Mac machine or to make purchases any place Visa is accepted.
That's right. The money comes right out of your Pittsburgh National checking account. It's not a credit card. Gee, I think I better get one, huh?
Replace your Mac or Cash Stream card with a Pittsburgh National Mac Visa card. It's the Mac card you can use anywhere you can use a Visa card.
Race fans, and now on the first ever in Pittsburgh, Battle of the Monster Truck. All part of the Ford, Budweiser, U.S. Hot Rod Truck, and Tractor Pull Summer Nationals. At Three Rivers Stadium, Saturday night, June 22nd. The action thunders out of the gate at 8 p.m. Mudbog Racing, Screaming Funny Cars, ground-pounding dragster tractors, and the Battle of the Monster Trucks. Choice seat tickets now while they last at Choice Seat locations. Kaufman's and Record Outlet stores. Saturday night, June 22nd, Three Rivers Stadium for the War on Wheels.
The little Jack Sprats did not need fat, so their mom bought Lean Supreme hot dogs.
Hot dogs, yum! Lean Supreme,
said she.
They cut the fat, about a third less fat. Scrumptious Lean Supreme. I like that,
said Jackie. The other Sprats agreed, and happily and hungrily they picked the platter clean.
What's that? Imagine that.
Delicious Lean Supreme from Eckrich.
We're Beatrice.
Naturally you're loving, freshness from the oven, love nutritious Nichols bread. Quality is baking long before you're waking, the good taste of Nichols bread. Nutritious Nichols, naturally you're loving, nutritious Nichols, freshness from the oven, nutritious Nichols bread.
Who says there's no such thing as a free ride? Beginning July 7th, the Port Authority will offer free rides on buses and the subway in the downtown area. The 60-cent fare will be waived from the first trip in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. Pat already is offering freebies during peak hours, but the new program is designed to lure those who don't normally spend time downtown. And this morning at the Convention Center, Pittsburgh officials unveiled a campaign to get out-of-towners here. Billboards showing the Golden Triangle at twilight will be put up around this area and 15 other key metropolitan areas. 275 of the roadside ads are planned, and the first goes up next week.
And summertime is just around the corner. I'll bet you we've got some warmer weather coming up.
We certainly do, and we need it. You know, you're going to be up St. Mary's for our golf tournament up there for Special Olympics, Cannon, Hillgrove, Steigerwald.
I don't think I'm as bad as Spagnola.
We're trying to get Spagnola up there. We're going to put him with Don. Drive Cannon crazy for about 18 holes, you know. But that's going to be, I think weather's going to warm up finally, and this week has not been that great, of course. We weren't expecting that good of weather this week. But it looks like the closed low, which has been over the northern Great Lakes, has finally decided to move on out in through eastern Canada, and weather's going to be improving for the next several days. Today in Pittsburgh, our temperatures again were below the normal. In fact, our low this morning was 50 degrees. High this afternoon reached 70. The normals for this time of year, 58 and 80. That put us 9 degrees below normal. Currently, International Airport. Sky condition is clear. Visibility is 12 miles. The temperature already down to 54 degrees. Humidity 93%, surface wind southeast at 7, and the barometer 30.03 inches. That's holding steady. On a satellite photograph, the full disk, west coast is in fairly good shape. Still some isolated showers and thunderstorms to the central, northern, and southern Rockies. West Coast is in good shape as you come on eastward. Really from fairly nice weather from the plain states until you get into the upper Ohio Valley. We were the edge, the western edge of the precipitation today, and by tomorrow the eastern edge, western edge will be over in eastern Pennsylvania. And you can see still cloud cover down along through Georgia, northern panhandle of Florida, the Gulf Coast states, and southeast Texas. Latest on the radar summary, a summary of sites, of radar sites across the country, shows this activity now developing through the evening hours in through the Rockies and south. As you come on eastward in through the western Great Lakes, very light and widely scattered activity. Even now down through the Texas area, it's starting to weaken somewhat, although in the past 6 hours, again, 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch along the Texas shoreline and down through Florida. Still a little bit north of Pittsburgh, and the heaviest activity been up around Great Falls, Montana, where they've had as much as gusts to 80 miles per hour in thunderstorm activity. Latest satellite photograph, this one taken 30 minutes ago. Just a few scattered clouds now in our area, and as you can see, most of Ohio, Pennsylvania now, and even down through West Virginia, the skies are clear. Indiana's in good shape, Michigan, and this is our weather gradually tracking its way in for tomorrow, and the heavy activity continues on south. On Skywatch 4, National Weather Service radar at Greater Pitt, 120-mile range. This looks like a lot of activity, but what it really is, as you noticed on the satellite photograph, skies around the area are clear. This is anomalous propagation. It really looks like it's there from the radar, but it really isn't. Skies are clear. About the only area where they're getting some activity is just east of Latrobe now, north and east of Ligonier, and that's moving on out. The rest of this, skies are clear, and the reason, the high-pressure center south of our area over the down in through Tennessee continues to work its way on off to the east now, and its skies are clearing out to our west, and that'll gradually work its way on to the east. Out west, good thunderstorm activity, Montana, North Dakota, down through Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, and that's going to work its way on east over the weekend, but that will really not influence our weather till very late Saturday. Forecast for tonight, under the influence of that high, skies will be fair. Temperatures on the cool side, the overnight low, kind of chilly, 48 degrees, but that's not a record. Record for this time of year, 40 degrees, said back in 1960 for tomorrow morning. Where we've had strong northwest flow all week, we're right on the edge of it now, and as this trough moves east, our winds will back to the west. That will bring an end to this afternoon and evening scattered thunderstorm and rain shower activity. Further west now, here's that next storm that's working its way across, and by this time tomorrow night, the high pressure's off the coast, and that front will be in through Minnesota, and it should take its good old time moving into Pittsburgh. But tomorrow, this high pressure will dominate with southerly flow, and the forecast for Friday, finally, no precipitation in the forecast. We'll call it partly sunny and warmer. High tomorrow going up to 80 degrees. Tomorrow night, skies once again will be on the scattered side, almost fair, with temperatures by Saturday morning down to around 55, 58 degrees. And on Saturday, the next front starts its way eastward into our area. And the forecast for Saturday, we'll call it partly sunny, breezy and warm, but thunderstorms will be moving in by nightfall in advance of this front out west. High on Saturday up to 82 degrees, and by Sunday, the front starts to work its way through Pittsburgh during the morning hours and then gradually clears the area by afternoon, so we'll have some cloudy and morning showers on Sunday, then becoming partly cloudy during the afternoon, high 78 degrees. Paul, finally, an 80-degree temperature for you tomorrow. Back to you.
Happy summertime. Well, Helen Von Dam was a member of the staff of Governor Ronald Reagan in California. Then she served as secretary and personal assistant to the president in the White House. She was promoted to be ambassador to Austria. Today, after 2 years, she returned to Washington to submit her resignation. The guards at the White House gate didn't even know who she was. They refused entry to the ambassador, but finally, she produced an identification card. The name was sent up to the Oval Office, where the name was put through the computers. Only then was she admitted. How soon they forget.
Indeed they do. That's Action News, our late report for Thursday. Nightline is coming up next. Have a good night.
Channel 4 Action News is a presentation of WTAE TV News.
How the handicapped have access to the subways tomorrow at 6.
Come and see what it takes to survive at the top. Polar World, Wyckoff Hall of Arctic Life at Carnegie Institute's Museum of Natural History.
We're cooking dinners from all around. We're serving them up in your hometown. Dinners that make America great.
talking the way America eats.
Absolute minimum prices have made the new Giant Eagle what it is today. Busy. And because Giant Eagle is so busy, you get more than just low prices. You get fresher fruits and vegetables. You see, lower prices bring more people into Giant Eagle, more people buying more produce, which means the Giant Eagle's out there restocking fresh fruits and vegetables more often. So at the new Giant Eagle, you get what's fresh, not what's left. The new Giant Eagle. They'll change the way you shop for food.
MASH, weekdays at 5:30.